Hello, it's Sally here at Dotty B. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be working on my Just Because quilt. In the last video I was placing the doilies down. They have now been sewn down, and the apron fabric has been sewn down as well. That's cantha stitch. These I've just gone round the edges. I'm not going to be filling these in with cantha stitch, I don't think, but it depends how loose they look, or I might pop just some stitches on it. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Here I've sewn this one down. I'll just move things down. I've left a space here because something has got to go there as binding, and I've also my panel finishes here, so I've only sewed up to there so I can attach my next one. This will go over. I'm not sure about this one. I think this one's going to go under, and then something will go over the top of it here. This here has not been sewn down because something is going underneath that. Again, something's going underneath that one as well. So that's that side. And then this side here, let me just pop it over. I think the doily has worked, the tray cloth has worked really well. It just seems to kind of connect. The yellow is kind of the same buttery yellow, and the flowers are the same tones, so I really love how that one has gone with the crinoline lady. So that's that. So now I need to start thinking about adding things to it, embellishing it, and I've been thinking for a while. There's quite a lot of spaces, and I don't mind some spaces. That one, there's a stain there, and I have got just grab my bits and pieces. I've got that. I've also got something else as well, because I was going to put it on the other side, but I can't find it. It's another little doily with embroidery on, but I love this piece here, so I want to cover that up because that is a little bit too much of a stain, really. I think it's a rust mark, but they've all been washed, but I can't get it out. So what I thought I would do is pop that there. I love the colour of this, and I think it will just join the greens from this with the greens from that. Got a little pop of colour as well. So that's going to be going there. And I've got my needle, and have I got my thread? I'm just going to use let's see what I've got. I've got white. I think the white's going to be fine for that. So that's just going to be tacked down for now. Pop that over there. Scissors. So while I've made the decision, I'm going to sew it on as well, because otherwise I will lose it, like I've lost a couple of other things. I've got a box now to put all my bits and pieces in. That's a bit too long. So hopefully I won't lose any more pieces. Is that the right way? Just double checking. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to pin it down so it doesn't move, first of all. Just while I'm sewing it. Got lots of these lovely little doilies, so thought I'm going to use them up. I think I must have a seam there. It's a bit tough. And one more. Okay, I'll just hold it while I so I'm going to go underneath and just pop my I didn't think that knot was big enough. Let's try that one, just to hide my knot. Yeah, it's fine. And then all I'm going to do is just do a little stitch, overcast stitch, all the way round. Just going to move those pins because I'm liable to knock them over. Let's get that out of the way as well. It's getting bigger now, so it's a little bit more cumbersome to stitch with. It's okay while I've got everything pinned down, and then I just go away and sit on the sofa or my chair and stitch away like I was doing yesterday afternoon. Oops. Oop. Doesn't like that. I think I've got it caught somewhere. I think we've done. Oh, I think I've unravelled that. Yes, right. Let's try again. Hope you're all well. Finding time to stitch. What are you doing over the weekend? Are you going to be doing some stitching or going out? I think we're going out in the morning tomorrow, or just me and the girls going out. Hopefully I'll get some stitchy time later. It's a lovely day today. It's a lovely, beautiful autumn day. Sun's shining. Went out this morning. It was lovely. Got my hand caught. This is the only way I find a little bit cumbersome when I'm trying to hold my fabric down and also scrunch it up to try and get my fingers around. I'm just going over, I'm not going through, I've got my finger underneath so I can feel where my needle is. And my needle's not going all the way through, it's just staying on this top layer. And I've actually done that for both pieces this time, for the front and the back. I've not gone through. Corinne mentioned it in one of her latest videos, where she's stitching the top and then she's stitching the other side separately, and so they don't go through. And I'm finding that much easier because I want all my stitches to line up going across from one piece to the next. I started doing it all the way through and it wasn't matching up, so I'm finding it easier to do one side first and then go back and do the other side. It's working much better for me now, so thank you, Corinne, for that nugget of information, because it's worked wonders. Ooh. A little inspirational idea. Because I've got wadding between the two, it's easy to do it. It's definitely not coming through to the other side. So I was just having to wear this here like this here. This is two sets of stitches, but they look like they're carrying on. But I couldn't get it to match up from this side and the other side, doing it at the same time. So I did it separately. My eye on using this for a while. It's so pretty. I love the green and the little daisy buttercup maybe in the corner. Just such pretty colours together. think we've nearly finished. Where have we got? Yes, we've just got a little bit there. That would make a lovely pocket as well, wouldn't it? Something. Make a lovely pocket on, you know, Beck from So Be Curated. She does some beautiful needle books. It'd be lovely on one of those. I think we're about there. Yes, because it was at this seam, wasn't it, that I hid the knot. So I need to do that again somehow. I'm just going to go up there for a minute. Put a tiny knot in. It can't be seen. And another. Okay, and then I'm just going to run my needle just up a little bit and do that. And then cut it off up there. There we go. Pins can come out. Let's get those pins out. There. So it's a little doily, and that's just hiding that mark. I don't mind a few marks, but that was just a little bit too much of a mark, and I could do something on there. Right, anyway, so I've also got, I was talking last time about this space here, because it's quite a big space here. Just get it. Wondering what to do, and at first I said I would maybe do some more crosses, some chicken scratch, I think it's called, embroidery on there. But then I remembered I've got this from when I did the stitch along with Christine from Create and Craft with Christine. And I thought I want to put, I'd always known that this was going on here, so I'm quite liking that on there, kind of off-centered a bit, so it's just going, whoopsie daisy, it's going over to the other side, but I don't want all of this. This is a linen napkin, and I always knew that I was going to cut it up for this, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge just so that I can tuck it under, because I'm having no raw edges on this. This is all going to be, I don't want the scissors. This is all going to be it's you know, it's not going to have any raw edges on this one, although I do like the raw edges on quilts as well, but on this one in particular I'm not going to do it. The reason why I'm saying about raw edges also is because I've just found a new channel. Isn't it exciting when you find a new channel, another YouTuber? Her name is Karen, and her YouTube channel is Railway Cottage. I think it's called Railway Cottage. Yeah, I'm sure it's called Railway Cottage. She does some beautiful quilts, and I was watching her channel not last night, the night before, I think it was. Yeah, go and check her out. It's got some lovely quilts and inspiration. So that, it's already got an edge there, so that's tucked under, so that's, do I want it that much, or do I want it a little bit less? Kind of balances out actually. And again, I can use this for something, you know, do some writing or whatever. And that's my next, that's what I'm going to show you next actually, about the writing. So that's going to go somewhere there, I think. I'm not going to pin it on yet because I just want to show you something. I want to, you don't want to see me tack that on. All I'm going to do is do some stitching around and putting that on as well. But there are quite a lot of spaces. Is a space that needs filling. And I just feel maybe, I mean, I could keep it all, you know, quite plain, but I just feel as though there's something missing. So I'm just going to pop this to one side for now because I want to show you something. And this is something I've had for a long time. I've got 4 children, and you know, when children are young and they write you letters, I've kept them all, or most of them, as many as I could, and I've put them into this book. So, you know, the love letters from your children that you get, they just write you little notes every so often. when they were younger. Obviously, my children are 26, 23, 21, and my youngest is 17 now, so they don't write me as many letters anymore, or don't write me any letters anymore, or me, and Dad, my husband. So anyway, I mean, this one here, for example, to Mummy, hope you were all right. Please tick one of the boxes to tell me what it is, a girl or a boy. This is when we were having Ruby, my youngest. So this is from Jack, my oldest. I love you very, so, you know, things like that. So, dear Daddy, I love you so much. Love from Mummy. I think that's got to go on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan some of these and maybe readjust the sizes and stitch them onto my quilt in the blank spaces. So that's that. Just want to show you a couple more, because look, happy Mother's Day. I love how this, you know, there was spelling. Oh, this one here, right. There is some swearing in some of these, and but it's childlike swearing. And but this one here always made us laugh, because it was supposed to say, "You are home cook Sally," and they put, "You are home cook Sully," but and things like that. And then there's to Mummy, I love you so much. Mummy is my favourite mummy ever, Princess Mummy, things like that. And there's ones where we've maybe told them off. And this one here, you can see someone's a bit cross with us on this one here. Read. They're telling us in exclamation marks. To Mummy and Daddy, if you ask me to do something, I will not do it, because you are not letting me watch the match, the football match. From Jack. P.S. But I will do the chickens, because it was always his job to feed the. We had chickens at the time. It was always his job to go and feed the chickens in the night. So that in the evening, sorry. So yeah, he was very cross with us. But yes, he will do the chickens, because he cares about the chickens. And things like this. To Mummy, open fast and fart, please, from Jack. I don't know why he put fart. He didn't mean fart, I don't think, but I don't know what he put. But yeah, things like that. So we've got a lot of these anyway. So I've put them all into a book. And for my first one, I have this one here. This is from Ruby, my youngest daughter. And it's just a little face. I think it might be a picture of me or her. Well, I think it might be her, because it's got the pigtails. And I obviously didn't have pigtails when I was, when I was a child maybe, but not when Ruby knew me. So I scanned it a couple of times, just for I scanned it once and then resized it, and I thought that's a little bit too small, but that looks perfect. So what I'm going to do is, let me just take this book away. You'll see more as I do the quilt, I think, and I'll show you more little snippets of family life and little love letters from my children. But I thought I would find a space. I'm just having a look now. Let me just kind of, if I do this, then I can see how much room I've got. It's not as big as you think once you've folded it all down. I don't know whether that's going to, hang on. Not quite enough room on that one. Something else there. Just gonna, something wider needs to go here. But yes, I'm going to pop it there. Right, back over this side. It's going to go somewhere here, I think. Possibly there. Right, so what I'm going to do is, so I've got that, and I've got a piece of tracing paper. And I'll just pop that one out of the way as well. Okay. Like that, a pencil, and trace it. Love the eyelashes. And that little love heart mouth. And then we've got not sure what that one was, but there you go. Okay, so that's Ruby's drawing. So what I'm going to do is, because I want it the same way that she did it, I will need to draw everything again onto the back. Strange drawing, child's drawing, because if you try to draw like this, I just wouldn't be able to. It's there's something so simplistic but naive about it, and I think that's all I've got this to do. She definitely doesn't write like this anymore. Her writing is so neat now. Okay, so then we need to do it again. This is probably where it's going to be a little bit difficult because I've cancer stitched everything. It's kind of a little bit bumpy, but I'm going to have a go and see. So I think I'm going to fill it, so there will be other pieces in between as well. I'm just going to pop some bits on the way so I've got a little bit more room. Righto. Thought it might. Yeah, I think I might decide where I'm placing everything before I capture stitch next time, because it's just a little bit hard to do when it's quilted. Hopefully I can see enough. Because it's quilted, my pencil's coming through, excuse me, through the paper. I've gone stiff. I think I will decide where I'm placing things excuse me, before I camphor stitch next time. I think it just, yeah, it's coming through, but it's going to be difficult to see. Yeah, it's not brilliant. I wonder, sorry if my head was in the way of the camera, I just realised. This isn't even working. blue one. Let's see if this is any better. No, must be the fabric. I think I'm just going to have to go with what I've got and follow the, sorry, follow this, keep this in sight at all times. I'm having trouble writing on here. I'm hoping it's just this fabric, that I won't have to worry about other fabrics. Anyway, so I've got red, I've got a couple of reds. Don't know whether a pearl or a stranded will be okay. Yellow as well, I've got a thick and a thin and that one, and I've got black because they're the three colours. Now I wouldn't usually use black on, I don't use black very often at all on my pieces, but I think being as I want to stay true to these, I'm going to use it. I'm going to put that out of the way, otherwise I won't be able to see it right. And get my needle, which was over here. Yeah. So I'm going to start with the red and see how we go. Right. I think I might do it with 2 strands of this. I'm thinking. Let's give it a go and see. Right. There might be some shifting around of fabrics here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. So I'm going to go, because I've still got this open, I can go in here. I'm just going to use the blunt end of my needle. There. Okay, so that's okay there. And then I'm just going to use a back stitch, I think. So again, I'm going to not go all the way through. I'm just sewing through this layer and the wadding, or a little bit of the wadding. And I can see the picture. It's right over here, but so I'm kind of using that as a guide. I'll try and keep it in view, but it's quite difficult. It's also going to be difficult to backstitch while I'm trying not to go through to the back. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to be shifting my fabric around. So when I've got here, I'm going to have to go over to here. Okay. Just wondering if it's going to be easier to couch it, because I can work from the top if I couch. But I think, I don't know. I always find with couching it's not quite as fine as I want it. Back round to there. So I'm going there, and then I need to go over to the top of the M, which is there. Okay. This is one of the rare occasions when she's called me mum when she's been little, because she called me mummy, or they all did for quite a long time. You know, when they were little children, they didn't call me mum, so it wasn't very often they said mum. What I mean is, when she was this age, she used to call me mummy, if that makes sense. Right, I am referring to my drawing because it's a little bit faint here. Up to the U. tiny little flicks on each of the letters. Which are difficult to do. Okay, I'll just do this M and then, oops. Oh, it is very difficult. Like that. It's a bit taller. M. A little curve on the M, rather. Trying to find the pencil mark, and then there's a little curve, off, little flick on the M as well. Right, and that's where I'm going to be finishing for now. But there is hair to do, and the hair is red. So, look at that, there's nothing there, is there? Goodness me, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but it will get done. Okay, so there we go. It's probably not as perfectly, it's not too bad, I suppose. I'm just going to go and fill one of those in, I think, and that needs to be higher. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to travel back up. That needs to be lower. I know it probably being too pernickety. That went straight up a little bit more. I just would like it to look a little bit more like that one. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I will finish that stitch off, but I'm going to carry on with, I'm going to go back over and do some hair, I think. So I think it's quite similar. I'm quite happy with that. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, I think, and I'm going to try and get this a little bit clearer. So I can might have another go at the tracing and see if I can get, now that I've got that there. It's not too far off, slightly off, but I'll have another go and probably do one bit at a time. So I'm going to tie the hair. Again. Try one strand at a time. It's going to take ages, but that's what slow stitching is all about, isn't it? So anyway, I'll give you that instead. That's what it's going to look like, hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these, you know, in little clusters or in little gaps that I've got. I'm going to find some more little little love letters and words that they've used. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be a family, I'm going to be calling it my family quilt, I think, something like that. So that's how it's evolving anyway, which is what it's all about, isn't it? You start something and you have ideas, and I knew that I wanted to put something else onto this to make it more meaningful than just pieces of fabrics that I love. So now I've got that, I can see my vision now. I know what I'm doing. So I'm happy that it's going to come together like that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed watching what I'm doing. Just want to say thank you so much for all of your beautiful comments and encouragement and suggestions and whatever that you post on here and on Facebook and on my Instagram and everything. It's lovely to receive your comments and likes. And if you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe if you can. It is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it just means that my videos get out to more people who also like this kind of thing. So like, I've discovered somebody new this week, you know, there are other people to discover me as well. So it would be lovely to spread the word, spread the joy, spread the happiness, spread the love and everything. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye bye.